Are you a die-hard NBA fan or someone who's just started tuning in recently? Either way, you've probably noticed that something feels a little off about the league these days. The once thriving NBA, full of rivalries, drama, and unforgettable moments, is now losing its grip on the entertainment world. With ratings dropping and viewership sinking, you might be wondering, why is this happening? What's going wrong for the NBA? Is it the overly soft referees, the lack of heated rivalries, or something deeper, like players who no longer seem passionate about the game? I've been a die-hard NBA fan for almost 20 years, watching every season without fail. It's not just a sport for me, it's how I live my life. The NBA has given me a safe place to be, fun things to do, and a sense of community. But recently, there's been more and more talk about how the NBA is losing its power in the entertainment world. Is it possible? Is the NBA really going away? Viewership is going down. There's no getting around the fact that views are dropping. The NBA's numbers have dropped by a huge amount in the last few years. It's clear that something is wrong because other sports leagues are getting more people than ever before. This sudden drop is a bad sign for a league that used to rule the radio. Every fan wants to know why. Referee overreach and the lack of drama. One big reason why fewer people are watching the NBA is because of the refs and their overly cautious and sometimes ridiculously quick technical fouls. Sometimes, an NBA player will just look at another player and get a technical foul. And it's not just small violations that get you a whistle, it's also when the game is boring. The NBA seems to have moved toward a clean, drama-free version of basketball in recent years. It lacks the raw energy that used to make it so exciting. To put it another way, excitement sells, but the NBA isn't delivering. Let us look at the UFC. It was a huge deal when Conor McGregor was at his best and getting ready for his fight with Floyd Mayweather. In contrast, only 7.4 million people watched the 2020 NBA Bubble Finals. It has that kind of power drama, which is exactly what the NBA needs. Nikola Jokic, the best player in the NBA, was recently kicked off the court, which is a great example of this problem. Fans are leaving the game because they can't stand drama and outbursts of emotion. This is especially true when the choices seem unfair or inconsistent, the fall of rivalries. The lack of intense rivals is another big reason why fewer people are watching the NBA. People would watch these grudge matches just to see who would win. But in the NBA today, those fierce battles happen less and less often. Player change from one team to another is one reason for this. It seems like every season, important players switch teams, leaving fans to wonder if two strong teams will ever actually play each other. He is thought to be the best player of his age, but he has switched teams every time there was a challenge. He does this to avoid long-term rivalries and the drama that fans love. Sports are fun when teams compete with each other, but the NBA doesn't seem to have any rivalries anymore. The fact that they gave a tech for that says it all about how soft the NBA is today, said one fan. No way should someone show feeling. Sports are exciting to watch because of the emotion and excitement that come from rivalries. The NBA is losing its energy without them. The NBA has trouble getting fans involved. In addition to the drama and rivals, NBA fans are also very upset about how hard it is to watch their favorite teams. Someone on Reddit was upset and said, "I live in Vegas and I can't watch the Clippers or Kings. I won't be able to watch the Lakers even if I move 10 minutes east." Fans can easily give up on the NBA and switch to easier-to-reach forms of pleasure when they watch games that don't flow together. It's hard for the NBA to stand out in a market that's already full of entertainment choices, like Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and even other sports leagues like the UFC. Fans, especially those who want to follow their home team, don't like that they can't watch NBA games right away. This is because of the league's watching restrictions, a lack of passion and commitment on the part of the players. Some players don't seem to care about the NBA as much as they used to, which is probably the most upsetting thing about its fall. In one shocking event, Paul George missed 2 points during a game and then quickly turned his attention to putting out another podcast episode. It seems like players like Zion Williamson care more about their personal lives than getting better at their game. This is happening more and more in the league. People who watch sports lose interest when players don't seem to care about the results of the games. Why should the fans be passionate if the players aren't? Polarization and political stances. Engaging in political issues is another thing that has made fewer people want to watch the NBA. Even though it's okay for players to use their fame to talk about social problems, the NBA's political views have turned off a lot of its fans. I remember why I don't watch the NBA anymore. One fan said, referring to how the league's political message turned him off to the sport. The NBA's political attitude is like a double-edged sword in a world where people are very divided. It's fine for players to say what they think, but the NBA needs to find a middle ground that doesn't turn off half of its fans. The three-point revolution and how the game has changed. Finally, the NBA's fixation on the three-point shot has changed the way the game is played in ways that fans may not like. The game is less magical and exciting now that teams value accurate shooting over creativity and versatility. The NBA's next steps. The NBA needs to make a choice. It's still making money, but fewer and fewer people are watching, and the future is unclear. The NBA should also think about how to get fans more involved, especially with how hard it is to watch games, and change how it feels about political problems. I will keep watching the NBA no matter how annoying it gets, because I am a huge fan. There are millions of casual fans though, and if these problems aren't fixed, the NBA could go downhill quickly. It's too late for the league to wait any longer. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on future content. Join the community and stay up to date with all the latest insights and discussions.